seconds. Now, you should,
I'm here.
let's scroll up. I want to
Jesse.
see what's going on.
Let's see.
Okay,
Some-
Jesse is there.
Mhm.
So let me,
Here, what I do? I'm staring at that screen.
okay. You have,
I can make it bigger.
yeah, but you're missing, oh no. For some reason, it's coming up. You see the button
I
down
see
there?
it.
It's white.
Oh my gosh.
I
Okay.
don't know why it's coming up white there, but we can fix that. All right, so,
So I can see the attendance.
right,
I can see how many people came.
right. So let's, okay, this is, what do I want to do now? Let's just close that out. Hold on. Why isn't it, let's go back. Okay, good. Claim your spot. Fill that out again. Now that we're launched. Oh, you got to put the email in.
I have webinar with Joe Smith.
Huh?
That's what it brought me to.
Oh, yeah. Joe Smith. It doesn't say Rick Gilman. Let's-
I got a Lauren here,
You
but I lost the Jesse.
He may have, let me see
I
what
lost
this
Jesse.
Fill that out again.
I'm on.
Okay. And there's a delay. So since
Yeah,
you
just
would
lower the
not,
volume.
Yeah, Jesse.
do this in the same room.
You go crazy.
Yeah. And I have on numerous occasions.
I have webinar
So-
with Joe Smith.
Huh?
Just so that you know,
That's a long one.
Oh,
yeah.
And
oh, Joe Smith.
that's weird. It's
Let's-
like going back in time. It's freaky.
So screen share. So this is where if you had, in fact, let me do this. Let me open up PowerPoint and get us just some random slides.
Okay.
You'd have to have that up and running in the background because then that would be one of the options that you could click to.
Jessica.
Huh?
Jessica.
Jessica?
Jesse.
Oh, yeah, Jesse's. He'll be back. All right, so I'm gonna just,
Julia, just so we're on the same page here, so it's 5 o'clock. I really can't stay past 7 because I gotta pick Logan up. What do you want me to do with your son? Just make up some time with him and make it a little less than an hour?
That we can finish. Otherwise.
I'm almost done. Okay, so let's get back to, we're back here. You want to screen share. Here's the slides in the background. Start screen share.
Okay, wait a minute. Click screen share. Now, if I didn't have a Mac, what was I doing? I hit click screen share.
It's this exact same thing.
So you hit click screen.
You see when on the video screen, whenever you move the mouse over to the left, this window, this thing slides over. So all we're doing is toggling back between the video of me and whatever you've got active. It could be your whole desktop, it could be a specific browser, it could be a PowerPoint, it could be your video, something else.
But can you just go back and do that again? Because I got confused.
I'm on
Okay.
the secret.
So when you went to screen share, then what did you do next? you clicked it.
And this window pops up.
And then where did you go from there to get your PowerPoint? I don't know. Somehow I missed that. I'm sorry.
It's right here.
But you had to do something to get it there.
I didn't have to do anything to get it there. I just had to launch it in the background. So if the first thing that you do before you do anything else is pull up the PowerPoint slides you want to use and just have it running. You're confused. Why are you
Okay.
confused?
Nope. No, I'm getting it. So
Okay.
like that would be really
That would
like
mean
step
it's a,
A. would
Yeah,
be just
or
to
it
have
could
it
happen.
open.
As an example, I did it as step Z.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay, okay.
As long as you've got active whatever content you want
Okay.
to share.
Okay, so that's why you have like your Mozilla Firefox
Right.
is running,
This is
your
that side
desktop.
thing here. This is
Okay.
me. This is this.
So I could add 2 PowerPoints open.
You could have
Okay.
exactly
Okay, so let me put that up here. So open.
whatever content, PowerPoints, etc. you want access to.
And then if I knew I wanted an animation, I could even have that.
Yeah, you could have
Right.
whatever. If it's an animation that's on your computer, you know, it's a file, a way,
Okay.
a MP4 file or
Okay.
whatever. Then you can open that up. If it's a URL, if it's a web page that you have to go to, you can have that open in a browser
Okay.
window. Okay.
I'm with you now.
Okay. So I'm not gonna share that. So chat something to me.
Wait, actually, can you open that? Because what I didn't understand is this is like a huge screen of this. Then
Well,
when you pull
I
up the PowerPoint though, like what are kids seeing right now?
I'll show you. Give it a second. Now I chose to pull up it in show mode as a PowerPoint. You can pull it up in just regular slides with the thumbnails on the side. You know how to.
I do know what you mean. There's no way to do it like on the other program where it was like me and then the PowerPoint.
No, this doesn't. This does not. Again,
That's one of the negatives.
there are positives and negatives. So that's why I want to show everything, the
Kind of like
the good, the
first one
bad,
better.
and the ugly.
Kind of like the first one better.
The first one doesn't have the security side to it, to the extent that Julie is looking for. It does have password protection. The Presenter Pro does allow you to set passwords so that if you send the invitation or you send a link to the archive, they have to put a password in. If they join and you've set a password to the live broadcast, they've got to enter the password. So it has that,
So
but
do-
it
do
doesn't
they
have
the-
doesn't have the grouping
I like,
things that
and
you-
to me,
Does they have to know so like you take a look at 9 o'clock, she take a look at 10 o'clock. Does every times I go to the archive, could know?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Student A go to watch the archive at 10 o'clock. You watch the archive at 9 o'clock. Do I can get a
Okay.
record, say, okay, how many people, what time they want
On
to
this, you can. With Presenter Pro,
no.
you don't. You will know if you're doing a live presentation, you will know, and they chat in their name, you will know who participated in the live broadcast. If it's an archive, you won't know specifically who it is, you'll just know numbers. This archive was viewed
by how many people?
by X number of people on this date, by Y number of people on this date, etc. So there are good
So what's
things
the
about
things that you
both.
don't like?
Okay. So do you remember when I presented before? It was very like neat and tidy. It was me and the PowerPoint,
And
Yeah,
the
I like
chat
it.
box.
right?
Yeah.
This is what so this is actually what will happen. This is me, blah, 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 screen share, PowerPoint. And he's
So
saying
you
there's
have to
two
go back and
You have to go
forth.
back and forth.
And there's only
yes.
2 choices. One, which is me viewing it like this, which is not neat and tidy and doesn't provide that large impact of a PowerPoint presentation.
Right.
Or if I put the whole PowerPoint presentation, students can hear me, right?
Yes.
But they can't see me.
Right.
Okay, so you only can see either slides or either your face.
Right.
Right.
Or you could do if I'm understanding you correctly, you could screen share it with it in the other version and slide it over and sort of
You
still see my
can't-
face, or it just still doesn't fit.
You don't have, I don't believe, let me try that.
What it means, since
Hold on one
this you,
second. Yeah, no, because what happens is, let me-
can you bring the Jesse online?
Oh my gosh.
well, I'm gonna, in fact, I'm gonna call him and put him on speaker.
So that alone, like I get from an
Yeah, I
administrator's
like
perspective.
you. I like it. Can watch the teacher sometimes. Have
Yeah, like
the
I honestly
slides.
thought that
Also,
webinar
you have
was
the
genius, like the way it was organized, and I liked the way that you could make it. Like to me, I felt just like I was teaching.
yeah. I needed
know?
a person.
Hey,
I
Jesse,
can watch
it's
the
Rick.
teacher.
You were on, or you were in the waiting room for a couple of minutes, I know. I'm sitting here with Julia, my client, and Lauren, the teacher, and I want to put you on speakerphone so that maybe you can answer some questions that they might have on the platform. All right, hold on a second.
You can ask.
Jesse, can you hear us?
I can hear you great, Rick.
Hi, Jesse. How are you? This is Lauren. We tried to do a conference call. Was it 2 weeks ago? I think. Actually, we did do it.
I remember your voice. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great.
So Rick did a great.
Lauren?
Yes.
Okay, great. Nice to hear your voice again.
Thank you. Rick did a great job explaining to Julia and I how this works, and it definitely is very different from the other medium that we had gone through, and I can see a lot of the benefits from a presenter's perspective, specifically a teacher. The issue that I'm having is I'm on screen, there I am, I'm talking. I screen share to pull up my PowerPoint, which is an integral part of my teaching, but then it takes up the whole screen and I go away. Is that the only way to do it?
That is.
Okay. What was the other program called again?
Presenter Pro. He's very familiar.
So
with
Presenter Pro obviously gave me the ability to be a little screen of my face with my, movements and stuff, a little screen of my PowerPoint. And then, Rick showed me how to do the arrows and I could point out, and it felt a lot more like teaching. This, I think, is going to be I think this is going to be challenging for teaching.
Of course.
The benefit, of course, is.
Lauren, we actually had that discussion last night. One of my biggest concerns was that this would be a little challenging for you. So we were really discussing that last night as well.
And Jesse, I explained to them that this is a platform work in progress, and that ultimately down the road, as I understand it, you're looking to build the video piece inside Office VP, and the Google Hangouts aspect of it will probably go away. It'll be much more integrated down the road, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done to get there. So if that's correct, or if I'm misinterpreting something, please feel free to correct me.
Rick, you're absolutely right. We are in the process of building the application. It will be a lot better than the other applications that you've tried. It will be much more integrated, a lot easier to use. You'll be able to show your video and then share your desktop and have your video down at the bottom so people can still see you. It's in the programming stage. It's going to be a while out. It's not going to be in the next 30 days.
So
the advantage that you have with Office Pro with Office VP is you have a lot of other integrated features in it that there's you just have to weigh it out and see which one is going to work best for you.
Yeah.
So what I would suggest, it's going to be a little bit more expensive for you, Julia, is that for the time being, you use Presenter Pro. I would like you to consider, Julia, getting
update for us.
Okay, but get an Office VP account for like $19 a month, so that we can begin to do the autoresponder campaigns, that we can begin to take the emails, addresses, and so forth, and build that relationship with those call to actions, etc., that will help drive people to the classes and to the live broadcasts and the archives. It really will be much more proactive. So you do that, and then once the new platform is road tested and it's there and it's integrated, then it's a small add-on to your Office VP account, and you're up and running, and we've got all of the branding and all of the graphics and everything in Office VP. It'll be much easier to implement those into this new version whenever it happens.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would say from a webinar perspective, for people who want to do this for teaching, that the biggest issue, probably the only issue I'm seeing is, again, a smaller screen, about a quarter of the size to look at myself, and then the ability to look at my PowerPoints. And if you're able to adapt Office VP to do that, then I think this would be the perfect medium for teaching webinars. I think
Right.
that's really the one caveat, because it would be better for students to be able to talk in and ask me questions, which is what you said they can do.
And,
Right.
yes, on the other hand, we used to have a video conference all the time at Merck, so we can see them, they can see us.
Right.
Right,
You
and
know, that would
that
be-
video conference,
Yeah.
depending on the functionality, is a huge price point.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
expensive.
to be able to.
I know.
And I don't
Yeah.
know, honestly, I don't know if seeing them asking questions is necessarily integral. I've even taken higher level classes that were online, and the only way to communicate your questions was to type them in.
Type chat.
So I don't know if that's the biggest, I think that negativity is outweighed by the positivity of seeing the
Just
screen of
before.
me and the screen of the PowerPoint and seeing them together.
Right.
Because without being able to see both of them, then I do think you're losing the quality of the educational experience. Because
Yeah.
then you could just get anybody.
And the delay, even the smallest delay.
Yeah.
of,
So what's the difference
transitioning
this
from
way? What's the difference with the Skype?
Skype,
Just that it costs money, right?
yeah, Skype for multiple people is a paid account, so
I'm
everybody.
talking about the function this way.
Functionally, I think it's different, right?
Okay, what's the difference if you see these? with
Jesse,
Skype?
Can you talk to that?
Right.
On the Skype thing?
Yeah, what the difference between what we're trying to do here with
Yeah.
with Office VP's webinar and live broadcast versus a Skype setup, other than everybody would have to have a paid Skype account.
Sure. Skype has a lot of the same things. You bring your, you have to add people manually into the group. You can't just have them click a link and join. So they have to all be on Skype, and then you have to add them yourself to the conversation. Once you get them all added into the conversation, then you can start a video broadcast, and it will show your face, just like the Google broadcast. But then once you click the screen share, then it will only show the screen share. And that screen share program
So it's
that
the
they
same.
have is not as clear as obviously as what another program would be, because it's free and there's not a lot of money.
Right.
And I'm not even sure, can you archive Skype?
No.
So that's another
Yeah.
major difference.
You know, I was.
I was not on there. I'm sorry, I didn't.
No, it's okay.
I wasn't on the broadcast long enough to see if you, and that's a really good question. I wasn't sure if I could see your video when you started sharing your screen. I'm guessing that.
I'm actually,
I couldn't see your video.
I'm still on, I'm still live, and Julia is on as well.
And you're still on my phone.
He
And
disappeared. Yeah, yeah.
Lauren has got me
But
up
she
on her
disappeared.
phone.
He disappeared.
Oh, okay. So when you shared your screen, your video went away?
Yes, yes. The video went away, the slides came up.
Did you see my question?
Oh,
Oh, yes, you
yeah,
got it. Yeah.
When do we need to take, okay. So,
Well, Lauren, you've got such a great voice. If they didn't see your video, your voice is so good.
Thank you.
Hey, you don't need video.
Thank you.
So you have to finish.
I was
Okay.
just thinking from a perspective, I know that you're sort of in charge of this whole company. As you're progressing, and Rick's done a great job showing this to me, and it really is important, I think, to have somebody here. But I was just thinking, maybe you've already thought about this, if you did screenshots of every one of these things and you gave that to someone.
Instruction, print a
Yeah,
PDF
that
file.
would be-
let me
it's a-
stop you right there.
yeah.
Jesse if Jesse is anything, he is a superb trainer.
Okay.
There are videos galore on every single
Right.
step for setting this
But
up
it-
from an
It needs
admin.
some kind of recording.
Because-
It's done.
PDF
It's there. He's got it all.
Because I'm being trained on how to administer Park, which is all computer based, and my district did